So the Commanders have 9 wins, and you would think that all Commanders fans would be happy seeing that we have 9 wins. And in recent future, we haven't had that many wins. And at the beginning of every season, there might be a few fans that are like, we're going to have 10, 11, 13 wins this season. You're like, dude, what are you smoking, man? And this year, we just got our 9th win, and I just don't know how to feel about it. Like, I should be happy. And there's going to be people that are out there, they're like, a win's a win. Who gives a shit how you win or whatever, as long as you win. But boy, was that brutal. I need you to think about this. If Spencer Rattler or whatever his name is, some backup quarterback for the Saints who came in at halftime, if he played that whole game, do we win? Do we win that game? With Jaden Daniels at quarterback, Dan Quinn is our head coach, do we win? Do we win this game if Spencer Rattler, I think that's his name, if he comes in and starts this game, do we win this game? And I know there's going to be people out there like, who gives a shit? We won. But you just got to think about it, man. Because, I mean, what's the future look like? And we see the same old thing. At the beginning of the year, it's like our offense couldn't be stopped. And just like they look precise and they knew what they're doing. And just clicking on all cylinders. Now, just for the last like 5 weeks or so, it's just like we look like we're tired. We look like we're not on the same page. Even Terry and JD today, like, weren't on the same page, even though they had 2 touchdowns and still had a good game together. Just like still didn't look like they're on the same page. It's like we still need a bye week, and we just had one. So not very encouraging, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, we just got to look to the future. And hopefully some of these other teams like the Chargers keep losing. And man, in this game, Marshawn Lattimore, they didn't really go his way. They didn't really hear his name called, but that's probably because they just weren't looking his way. Chase Young had a few good plays, but then there's still plays where I see him not hustling on there. And it's like, they tried to make that a big deal, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. Us playing him again. What else? I have notes. Let me just go to the notes because I'm just, I don't know what else to say besides like disgusted, embarrassed at times in this. Our kicker, we still don't have a kicker. Greg Joseph is our kicker now. He missed a couple in this game, and we got lucky in this game. We got straight up lucky with some calls. Even there at the very end, in the end zone, our dude is holding him in the end zone, and we don't get a call for that. We got some lucky calls in this game, and I mean, if I was a Saints fan, I would be pissed about some of this stuff, like kicking the field goal when the time expired or whatever. It's like you could sit there and say, "Oh, we were just being smart, and we were just practicing our kick, and they let us kick it, so whatever." But it's like I don't know if we were that smart, and we just got away with it. So let me go through my notes. We sacked Henner. Henner was pretty bad. He looks like he just needs more experience. It just didn't look like he should have been out there. Rattler, he looked like he was playing at full speed and he knew what to do. He seemed like he knew the offense better. And that's what I'm trying to say is just like, as happy as I am that we have 9 wins and we still have more games to go with more potential wins and everything. And we're only in season 1 or whatever. It's just like still the way that this game looked is just not what I want to see. It's just not. This should have been a game that we won handedly, and some backup quarterback came in and was just changed the game, and just then we didn't know what to do. The same issues persist. The late game defense is always like they're super tired. They made the most important play of the game, though. Credit to them at the very end there. And also, I'm sorry, I'm sick, but I can't leave you guys hanging. I missed the last game or whatever, but I just got sick last night watching my nephews, and I guess their kids just get me sick somehow, but I got to come up here and make this video. I got to struggle through this. We should all be pissed. I said we would all be pissed if that personal foul on the gave the first down that we got that they didn't show the replay on the field goal or whatever. We would be pissed if that happened to us. And then like halfway through the game later, they show us the replay. It's like, why don't you show us that then? We had to score 2 touchdowns for it to count. And that's the thing that I always hate about the NFL is like, oh, so they get kind of screwed on a call, right, or whatever, but it was the right call. We seen it later, but it's like at the time we didn't even get to see the play, so it's like, is that the right call? So they get screwed, and then then the refs have it out for us. Like they made us score 2 touchdowns for 1 touchdown to count. So it's like I hate when the refs do that. It's like, oh, everyone's mad that we did this call, so let's hold this other team accountable and give them calls. Um, Mike Sanders still had a pick. Zach Ertz with a crazy one-hand catch. Then he had left the game and never came back after that. But what a play! We really needed that. Kind of bailed out Jaden Daniels right there, to be honest. Um, in this game, it's just like Jaden Daniels. Like, at some point, he's like 23 of 26. You know, like has really good stats, but like not a lot of yards, and just like I don't know what to think. I mean, because the whole reason why I came around to liking Jaden Daniels after a few games in the season, it's like he protects the football and everything. He's efficient and everything, but it's just like in this game, I lost faith at times that we're gonna just go down and score and that our offense is that good. Like he was just holding on to the ball, he would just run out of bounds at times. But yet again, like I said, that's I have to keep reminding myself that's why I did come around to him is because he doesn't turn the ball over. He's safe with the ball, even though we're not seeing the plays down the field that we want to see. Sometimes he just would rather hold on to the ball. Whatever it is, I just got to keep reminding myself that these are the things why even though he's still doing it now, and it could be frustrating at times, that's still why he's doing good. And I just got to keep reminding myself that. But sometimes it's hard to watch, man. And then we see some no name dude Rattler come in and he didn't have the greatest stats, but he moved the ball. Their Saints offense looked much different after he came in. So Terry gets 2 touchdowns. Always good to see Terry have a good day. Like I said, they were still not on the same page. People are gonna sit here and argue whether that was a drop by Terry or a bad throw. I would have to rewatch that. I'm not gonna sit there and blame any guy on that. It's just I just remember seeing Adam Peters on the sideline like, what? Like, dude, what? That just happened? Like we didn't hit that like straight up home run easy touchdown. So the whole field goal as the time expired thing. What if this? I wrote this in my notes. What if the Saints started Rattler in this game? We might get embarrassed, and we yet again. This is us getting embarrassed by backup quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we're in year one. I know Dan Quinn. We have injuries and all this or that. I don't really like, dude. This should be a game. They don't even know who they're starting and stuff. Like a week ago or days ago. This should not be close. This should not have come down to the last play of the game. And like I said, I know I'm being pessimistic or whatever, but it's like I'm being a realist here. Like, yes, we have 9 wins, but boy, that was an ugly win. And you know, it's hard to have to keep reminding yourself this is only year one, and hopefully in a few years we don't come down to these close games like this. But it's just like it's frustrating when you know we have talent. And Diami Brown, right here in my notes, Diami Brown had a good game, one of his better games of the year. It's just like we have some talent, and it's just sucks to see it not be utilized the right way, or us having to come down to these nail biter games when we know we're better than this team. They don't have their starting quarterback, and it's just like it shouldn't have been that close. That's why I'm frustrated. And I mean, if you're not frustrated and you just enjoy the win, good for you. Like I'm happy for you, but it was a hard one to watch for me. Um, that's pretty much it, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and keep hounding on the same thing. At times, the defensive line did their thing. At times, their defensive line was getting in our backfield a lot. Offensive line is definitely not what it used to be, but we obviously have people out. But yeah, Friday I was about to make a video. I was about to come up here and make a video, and it was going to be called "What is Dan Quinn made of?" Because I knew this game was going to be very important, and I just didn't get around to it. I was busy, but I wanted to come up here and make that video and say we're going to find out what Dan Quinn is made of, because we already lost to Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys, who we shouldn't have lost to. Is that just a fluke, or is that going to be a reoccurring theme under Dan Quinn that we come up here and lose to these teams that we have no business of losing to? Because if that is true, then that's alarming, and it came down to the last play. in this game. So ultimately, we got the win. At the end of the year, some people might not even remember this game and not give a shit. But this is just a second after the game, and I give a shit. And you know, that touchdown where Jaden Daniels had a few good, really good plays in this game. One where he rifled the ball, like with probably one of the most like uh, shots that he had with so much power just to the left side. I forget who caught it, but like at times in this game, I'm like, man, he's holding on to the ball too much, or whatever. And then he has a few really good throws where you're like, damn, okay, that's nice. It's just too many ups and downs, too inconsistent. Like we score a decent amount of points, but it's just like every drive has ups and downs and ups and downs. It's just like, but at the beginning of the season, there was no ups and downs. It was just we had our way with everybody, and now it's just like, what happened to that? And the thing is, people want to blame Cliff Kingsbury. I don't think it's Cliff Kingsbury. I think good calls are being played, or good plays are being called. Sorry, sorry. But that's how you know I need to get out of here. But yeah, I can't put my finger on it, but I don't know. I mean, maybe we're just falling back down to earth. You know, we all knew it was going to happen, but we're fans and we didn't want to see it. We didn't. We knew, if you're being a realist, you know it was going to happen at some time, but the fan inside of you wanted it to not happen ever, and wanted our offense to keep looking like that. Unfortunately, it's not like that. Um, we definitely need more talent on the team. We need more drafts and stuff. Who know? And yet again, the fan inside of us, at least inside of me, is hoping that we turn this around before we get to the playoffs. And yes, I think we're going to make the playoffs, but yeah, it's yeah. I mean, after today, I mean, imagine a good quarterback. Imagine we had to play a good quarterback today. That's all I'm saying. And that's what's going to happen when we get to the playoffs. So that's what I'm saying. I have hope that we change this shit around. Um, Maybe we get some players back from injury or something like that. But that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you think about the game in the comments. I will read all your comments. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.